Hi everybody, it's James of Cryptoconsh, and today I want to introduce you to a new organization and airdrop on the Cosmos. And just looking at their website, we can see it is absolutely gorgeous. It is known as Void Protocol and has recently moved over from the Terra network. So today what we're going to look at, we're going to look at their social following. When, how, where, why, who, the bloody airdrop, bro. Tokenomics, what they plan to do, / actual use case, and final thoughts. So let's get bloody into it. Firstly then, looking at their Twitter, they have 12.8k followers after joining in September 2021. Not bad going. Their Telegram has a quarter of that with 3,028, and to be honest, it's absolutely dead considering I sent a message a week ago and that's still there. And their Discord has a similar amount of people with 2,783, so I'm sure they're aiming for a lot more growth in the pipeline. Moving forward, when the, why the, who the bloody airdrop, bro? Well, initially the airdrop was going to be on the Terra system and was going to be given to Luna, ANC, Mine, Atlo, and Galactic Punk stakers. However, that's all changed with the lunar crash, fortunately or unfortunately for us. So as my father would say, the game done changed. Now, so as for the important question, who airdrop, bro? Well, 5% is going to go to Osmo stakers and 5% to Osmosis liquidity providers. And of course, the ultimate question, when the bloody airdrop, bro? That is still to be determined. I'm assuming that's so people cannot game the system. As we know, Osmosis has dropped considerably in value lately, so any airdrop based on my losses is a welcome addition. Moving forward then, Tokenomics. The website is indeed pretty and flashy, look at that. But we need to see what's behind the beauty, don't we? Now, let's get started with the airdrop. Here it says there's a 15% Genesis airdrop, and it looks like this is gamified, meaning you're going to have to do certain tasks to receive this airdrop over time. While it says 15% here, we could only see 10% here for Osmo stakers. So yes, I and you are both wondering where that 5% is going. Let's see. Next, 9% for the treasury. So 9 million tokens out of the total supply will be released over 72 months, or 6 years. Quick maths. Treasuries are often used for multiple purposes, from marketing to funding advancement with coding with the protocol. Next, 7 million will be released to stakers over 72 months. I assume the initial release will be higher and later on this goes down, kind of like the Osmo halving. So essentially it's better to stake early, this to be a viable project and loads of people don't pull out. Diamond hands is not always the way forward, ladies and gentlemen. Next, quite a considerable amount, 15% goes to the team. In many cases for these platforms, teams often work for free and they receive tokens for their work. Now, if the protocol makes it, they can become very wealthy. If it doesn't make it, at least they worked on something they loved and gained some new skills. Also, what's interesting is this is only over 36 months or 3 years. Quick maths again, I don't know how I'll bloody do it. So every 3 months they'll receive a payout, which is a bit of a concern because most projects have a 5-year payout. 3 years isn't that long a time to really develop an advanced platform. For example, the developer payout for Juno is around 10 years. Moving forward, 5% early funds. These funds can be used for all kinds of things, paying for external developer fees, helping the platform move forward, etc, etc. Money makes the wheel go round. As this is linear over 12 months, initial investors will be able to take their money out early in the game if they want to. Something to consider if you're worried about the value of the Void token. Next, later on down the line, there will be a public sale. This 2% liquidity here hasn't specified exactly what it's for. It could be liquidity pool rewards, and protocol rewards are a massive 32%. You have a choice to use Osmo, Atom, or USDC. That will result in Void rewards. So the assumption is that these protocol rewards will relate directly to that. Moving forward then, what do they actually do and what's the point of their existence? Well, it's kind of a cool concept really. They want you to deposit your funds into anonymous pools, and when you deposit your funds, you can only deposit a specific amount, e.g. 100 Osmo, 1000 Osmo, 10,000 Osmo. And by making sure the deposit is exactly the same, it makes it a lot easier to mix these deposits around. They're stored in a smart contract, which after mixing essentially make it impossible to trace. However, it is important to note, when you initially put your funds into that is actually traceable. Unless you can find a good tumbler to put your tokens in first. To mix them up, put them in a random wallet, and then therefore increase your anonymity. Now, whilst your funds are locked in this smart contract, Void will ensure that the capital remains productive, and these strategies will be implemented by the DAO. So you wait a sufficient time and then you can withdraw your funds and convert it to whatever you want. So essentially, they're trying to make an anonymous, profit-making investment tool on the Cosmos. And of course, we know the Cosmos is fast, it's interoperable, it's cheap to operate. So they've chosen a good platform for it. So looking at their roadmap, it's a nice infographic to express that they've gone through these first 4 stages. So they've got some early investors, they've created the token structure, they've improved their tech with ZK rollups. So now, of course, they're looking for more VC funding. Now, I want to have a quick look at this audit. Also, I just want to state that it is important to note, if you do decide to stake this Void token in order to take part in governance, there will be a 0.5% fee to withdraw. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it essentially means that if you put in and take out immediately, you're losing 0.5% unless you put in a large amount, which is a bit of a red flag for me. Now, looking at their audit, I personally haven't seen this auditing firm before, SCV, and the audit is incredibly small. They have noted a key problem which they put on low risk. However, they are using a Rust crypto project and the package seems to no longer be maintained for a number of years. This is kind of like using Windows 98 without a support service, and consequently is way more vulnerable to hacks. So it's recommended they use a more maintained library and implement the needed functionality. Also, they need to flesh out their code a little bit more. Overall, it's an incredibly short audit with a few notable grammatical errors. So, final thoughts then. I feel if you put your hard-earned crypto into the protocol, eventually if you take it out somewhere, questions are going to be asked. While I feel that anonymity is the future, and the general public are quite far behind in this realization, I think this methodology is quite linear and maybe oversimplified. If I use KYC, get my Osmo, and then put it into this, it is still traceable that I put it into that protocol. Yes, when I withdraw it, it can be in a different wallet, but ultimately that could go up in value or down in value. Even though you receive void tokens for your investment, it really depends on how many people invest in the actual token itself, which brings on to my other point. And for me, this is the scary part. Your void tokens, if you decide to stake them, relate directly to governance. That governance relates directly to fund usage and earn strategies. Now, this is where it's scary. So basically, once your money is in that pool, if you want to generate more value with the funds, once your tokens are in that pool and they have a certain value and they're locked up, those tokens essentially need to be reinvested in multiple different platforms to accrue value. Now, I'm not sure I would like those investment decisions to be dependent on a DAO. I'd rather have someone with 10, 20 years experience in the area spearheading how these investments are done. And as we know, everyone and his mum these days is part of a DAO. Every time you invest in a token, you get to be part of the DAO. Really, how many different DAOs do we have to actually govern? Personally, I'm not sure relying on a DAO for investment strategies is the best option. So ultimately, while I feel it's pretty cool, I love their website design, I love that they're trying to go for anonymity, and I love the fact that they're adding something different to the cosmos. I still need to be convinced as to whether it's a worthwhile investment. And I'm quite curious why they didn't partner with Secret. I will be watching this space. I will be watching the traction. I will be watching what the team are up to. And let's let 1,000 flowers bloom. Let's see what comes of it. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think down below. That's it from me, James Cryptoconsh. Hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you again.